On the news this morning, federal government wades into ongoing face-off between Kaduna State government and labor unions. Acting Inspector General of Police Alkali Baba Usman to visit Rivers State today. Governor Nyesom Wike redeems 280 million naira pledge to families of 14 security agents killed by gunmen during recent attacks in the state. Family of only surviving officer in the Elumbu police station attack calls on police and government for assistance. On the foreign scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says no backing down in fight with Palestinian militants. I am Ifiemi Andrew. The federal government on Tuesday has called on the Kaduna State government and labor unions to immediately cease fire. The labor unions are on a 5-day warning strike and protest in the state over the sack of over 7,000 government workers. But the Kaduna State government insists it does not have the funds to pay the sacked workers. On Tuesday, the state government declared labor union leaders wanted in the state for economic sabotage, just as the labor leaders accused the state government of abuse of powers and disrupting their peaceful protest with thugs. Labour Minister Chris Ngige in the statement appealed to all workers on essential duties, including doctors and nurses, not to join the strike. On Tuesday, the Kaduna State government ordered the sack of all nurses under level 14 for participating in the warning strike. Governor Nyesom Wike has criticized the Minister of Transportation Chibuike Amechi for speaking about unemployment in the state. He spoke when the Director General of Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency NIMASA, Bashir Jamo, paid him a visit in the government house.
Some people came last week, unemployment in the state. Meanwhile, you are heading an organization that can create a lot of employment for Rivers people. NPA is there, NIMASA is there, ONE is there. NPA Port Harcourt is dead. Who is in charge? A river son. No agency of NIMASA, nothing. Cabotage in Lagos. So what is our benefit?
Governor also said Rivers State has an edge in all sectors of the economy.
So you're on the right track by identifying that we should go for the blue economy, by making sure that what are those things that we can do as an agency that will enhance the revenue and create opportunity for employment for our people. And that you are calling on states to keep and look at the area they have comparative advantage. I can tell you clearly, there's nowhere Rivers State does not have a comparative advantage. Whether it is tourism, we have the best of it. So I'm telling you the truth. So go and bring back the cabotage department. Bring it back. Bring it back. Your headquarters is there. Well, give us this one. That's how they share things.
Correspondent Emeka Otuka reports that the NIMASA boss Bashir Jamo said they are in the state to create awareness on the economic potentials in the ocean.
We have to create awareness of these resources and the potential benefits of these ocean resources, as well as encourage investment in this area. In so doing, we would like the states within these neutral states to be part and parcel of drawing our own roadmap and policies that will allow us to harness these resources. And in so doing, we are now going around to educate and encourage the state to formulate special committees that has to do with blue economy and come up with their own areas of comparative advantage so that it can be part of the nation policy in blue economy.
The British government says the world's spotlight will be on Nigeria in the 2023 general elections. The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Katrina Lang, said this after a closed-door meeting with Governor Nyesom Wike at the Government House in Port Harcourt.
Just for Nigeria's democratic journey, but for Africa and the world's spotlight will be on Nigeria in 2023. It needs to be a better election, not perfect, but better, to consolidate and improve Nigeria's democracy. And I think the governor very much agreed with me on that.
She also said her discussion with the governor focused on the security challenges facing the state and the measures taken by the governor to address them.
The security challenges, first and foremost, and I've had a very good discussion with the Governor about the challenges he's facing and his plans to tackle them. Talked about the economy and prospects here, the Governor's vision, including youth employment and so on. And finally, we didn't have a chance to talk, but I did want to flag to you, Governor, the environmental issues, the soot issue, and that's been raised with me around many of the CSOs who work here, the crucial importance of the Agoni clean-up and the particular challenges around soot.
The Acting Inspector General of Police Alkali Baba Usman is expected to be in Rivers State today on a one-day working visit. During his visit, the acting IGP will flag off a program tagged Operation Restore Peace in the area. Correspondent Sebio Ruwari reports that the event will hold at the Shark Stadium, Moscow Road, Port Harcourt. The acting IGP Usman Alkali Baba yesterday flagged off a new operation codenamed Operation Restore Peace in Enugu State to contain the rising insecurity in the southeast region. Governor Nyesom Wike has redeemed the 280 million naira pledge to families of 14 security agents killed by gunmen during the attack on security formation in parts of Rivers State. Secretary to the State Government Tammy Danagogo presented the checks on behalf of the governor to the families.
His Excellency the Governor knows it is not possible to bring back this operation. But as a government and as a people, we are here to show that we will stand shoulder to shoulder with every officer, military officer, police officer, that is making that sacrifice to safeguard the lives and properties of the people in Rivers State. We want to thank you for all your efforts and to assure you that Rivers State government will at all times stand with you and support you to ensure that we stamp out criminality and terrorism in this state.
Our correspondent reports that the beneficiaries were 11 widows of police officers, 2 widows of Nigerian Air Force officers, and 1 widow of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps officer. In the meantime, the only surviving officer in the gunmen attack at the Elungbu police station in Port Harcourt is still in the hospital over 1 week after the incident. The police sergeant, who was shot in his rib area, is at the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital. Inquiries by our correspondent showed that he has not received any attention from the State Police Command and the Rivers State government. Our correspondent also caught up with the family member, Agbandu Onuchuku, who said he has been paying the medical bills of the surviving police officers since the police took him to the hospital after the attack.
After the thing happened that Saturday, in the morning, then transferred the DPO, brought another DPO, both the new one, both the old one. Nobody is there to take care of her and take care of her, to buy drip, buy drugs, buy many things. So, I need help from government. The station now the surgery, because he has fracture for the side of the rim. Already the bullet is still inside. They never talk about it because they won't make the body they healthy before the surgery. Police abandoned him. Police never visit her since Saturday till now.
Recall that gunmen on April 7 attacked the special C4I checkpoint at Choba Bridge, Rumuji, and Ilingbu police stations. A Port Harcourt resident is accusing some anti-cultism unit policemen on SARS Road of extorting 200,000 naira from him. The young man said the policeman stopped and searched the cab he had boarded, singled him out, took him into one of their offices and threatened him. He said the policeman demanded 2 million naira, but he eventually paid 200,000 naira through a POS device.
They asked me to come down, they searched me, and they took my phone immediately. Said my dreadlock, I must be a criminal. They were asking me to already take my clothes off. The pressure was on me so much, they were already threatening me and asking me to take my clothes off. So they took me to somewhere, they called a lady with a POS. They were asking for 2 million naira, I could not afford it. So I told them what I could afford. The only money I had in my account, so I had to withdraw it and hand it over. 200k. It's the SARS office along SARS Road. I don't know their name. They don't have name tag.
The victim also described the lady who is always on hand with the POS device at the anti-cultism office on SARS Road.
I don't know what happened. They just called her. She came. See, she hangs around. She usually does it for them. She's dark. She's short. She carries a green bag. She's dark. She's wearing a blue jean shirt and a blue jean. She's on break.
On his part, the cab driver said the police anti-cultism unit on SARS Road threatened his client who was decently dressed and tagged him a criminal because he had dreadlocks. He called on the police to investigate the matter.
They searched us, searched the vehicle. They couldn't see anything in the vehicle. And at the end of the day, because the young man was undressed, he dressed properly like a gentleman. And immediately they tagged him criminal. Now these are the boys terrorizing Port Harcourt. The next thing they push him, take him into the station there, and they allowed me outside. So when they pushed him inside the station, I have to wait because it's my... So when he came out, I was asking him what really happened. Then he started narrating how they started threatening him, kept him incommunicado, seized his phone. They didn't even allow him to make contact.
Meanwhile, the International Federation of Women Lawyers FIDA River State branch says it receives over 200 complaints monthly. Acting chairperson of FIDA in the state, Nnenna Igbokwe, made this known in an interview as the River State chapter of the body turns 34.
The FIDA office on a daily basis is inundated with complaints ranging from sexual violence, domestic violence, inheritance rights, failure to provide necessary, and a lot more. That we receive up to 15 to 20 cases on a monthly basis for sexual offenses. I would say that on the average, we receive 200 cases monthly, and also know that sometimes we receive complaints via phone calls. In some months we might have more than 200. I would truly give kudos to FIDA River State members because we are able to amicably resolve up to 160 cases.
Nnenna Igbokwe also said the ongoing strike by the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSON, continues to delay the justice process.
Matters which necessarily ought to go to court are stalled. Most of these matters require urgent attention, but nothing can be done because the JUSON strike is still on. Orders for maintenance cannot go on, prosecution cannot go on. Abusers are out there on the street. Even when police arrest, take to the police station and detain them, they cannot keep them for too long because they cannot charge immediately. And what do? When they keep them for some time, they'll be forced to grant them bail, thereby releasing them back into the society.
The River State College of Health Science and Management Technology is said to have set up a panel to hear the rape allegations by a female Year 1 student against the head of Department of Dental Surgery Technical in the institution. Recall that the mother to the student took the matter to the police last week, calling for justice. The Nigerian Prince OSF Ozunda says Mr. and Mrs. Solomon Ehimare Isegoyi of Eson North East Local Government Area of Edo State have sold their property at number 4 Chinyemike Okocha Close off Ogologo Road, Rumigbo in Port Harcourt. Mr. Azunda in a statement said the property is registered as number 43 on page 43 in volume 336 of the Certificate of Occupancy registered in the Lands Registry Office at Port Harcourt in June 2015 to Dame Mrs. Stella Uche Odogu of number 49 Ikwere Road, Mile 1, Diob, Port Harcourt. He said all the original title documents to the said property has been handed over to Dame Mrs. Stella Uche Odogu. He called on the public not to engage and or negotiate in any form to buy the said property. He also said anyone who attempts to buy the property does so at their own risk. Still ahead, NAFDAC approves use of another COVID-19 vaccine. Stay tuned.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-81.
Nigeria has received the £4.2 million seized from the associates of convicted former Delta State Governor James Ibori from the United Kingdom. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, who confirmed this yesterday, said the money had been credited into a designated federal government account since May 10. President Muhammadu Buhari has asked the Senate to approve a new external loan of 2.3 trillion naira. Senate President Ahmed Lawan on Tuesday read the president's request.
For the implementation of the new external borrowing of $6.18 billion in the 2021 Appropriation Act. The purpose of this letter is to request for a resolution of the National Assembly to raise the sum of 2,343 billion naira provided as new external borrowing in the 2021 Appropriation Act to part finance the budget deficit of 5.602 trillion naira.
Reports continue to come from those seeking to register for the National Identification Number. A JAM applicant in Port Harcourt told Nigerian Info how she was asked to pay 12,000 naira to get her national identity number before the 2 weeks extension deadline.
I should go for validation, which I went for validation in NIN office yesterday. They told me I should come back in 2 weeks' time, which in 2 weeks' time, the JAM registration will be ending. So I was not like, is there no other way for me to get the validation of NIN? So the person there told me that I should give him 12,000 naira for him to do it for me. Then for them to confirm if my NIN is included, like if my NIN is in process already at Njari, that place they are building new bridge.
Meanwhile, a JAM registration agent, Bliss Iyala, told Nigerian Info that there is no JAM registration center in some parts of the state.
I am coordinating for about 170 candidates. So far, we've not done up to 100. We have about 80. It means that about 90 candidates are still awaiting the process of name and JAM profile code. I can beat my chest for that. But there is no center. We moved from Buguma to Port Harcourt to do this process. Right now, we're in Rupoko. Yes, there are even times network is even choking. You come here, you didn't arrive on time, and the network is not working. You waste the whole day. You have to go back and come back the next day.
Recently, the Senate called on the federal government to review its policy compelling students to obtain the national identification number if they are to write JAM exams. The Nigeria Immigration Service has placed an embargo on capturing and issuance of passports to applicants from today. The Nigeria Immigration Service has placed an embargo on capturing and issuance of passports to applicants from May 18 till the end of May 2021. The Controller General of Immigration, Mohammed Babandede, made the announcement yesterday during a press briefing in Abuja.
The Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Arigbeshola, has directed me, under the powers given to him under the Immigration Act 2015, that as from yesterday midnight to 21st of this month, we will no longer tolerate fresh passport application in order for us to clear all the backlogs in the system. I'm glad to state that within this period, 18th to 31st May 2021, all backlogs will be cleared because we have gotten enough booklet.
There are about 110,000 passport applications yet to be cleared. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has approved the use of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine in Nigeria. The agency's Director General, Professor Moji Adeyeye, made this known in a statement issued on Tuesday.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The fighting between Israel and Palestinian militants continues, with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying there is no backing down. The 9-day violence has seen several countries calling for a ceasefire. On the news this morning, you heard that the Acting Inspector General of Police, Alkali Baba Usman, is expected in Rivers State today. Governor Nyesom Wike has redeemed the 218 million naira pledge to families of 14 security agents killed by gunmen during recent attacks in Rivers State. Family of the only surviving officer in the Elungbo police station attack is calling on the police and state government for assistance. A man is accusing some anti-cultism policemen on SARS Road of extorting 200,000 naira from him. On the foreign scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said no backing down in the fight with Palestinian militants. The news was edited by Enoho Ogbevire. Contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this morning. That's it for our bulletin. Thank you for your time. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Have a wonderful day.